friends, today I will tell you about one of the most extraordinary actresses of Bollywood. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and like the video. In the mid-1990s, when Shekhar Kapur, one of the most prominent directors of Indian cinema, went to audition for his new film All Will Be Well, a friend who was accompanying him noticed a young girl. At that time, Hrithik Roshan had already been chosen for the male lead, but the female lead was still being sought. The first young woman who caught Kapur's eye was Preity Zinta, a bright star of the future. Preity's excitement and indecision as she took the stage were interesting. In her own words, "I didn't know exactly what I was doing. I tried to look cool, took a coin out of my pocket and flipped a coin to try my luck. Heads, I would accept the role. Tails, I would quit." That moment was the turning point that changed her life. However, things didn't work out as expected with this project, and All Will Be Well was never made. But Shekhar Kapur did not lose faith in Preity's talent. He steered her towards other projects. For example, he put her on the radar of renowned director Mani Ratnam, and Preity landed a small but impressive role in Ratnam's 1998 romantic thriller Dil Se. Interestingly, Dil Se is often considered to be Preity Zinta's first official entry into the industry. This is because the 1997 melodrama Dijal, which had a delayed release, was her first project in front of the camera, but it took time to reach the public. From these small beginnings, Preity Zinta has become one of Bollywood's most beloved and successful actresses. With her natural acting and sincere attitude, she quickly gained a large fan base. Especially in the early 2000s, her performances in blockbuster films like Kal Ho Na Ho, Veer Zara, and Kabhi Alvida Na Kehna cemented her place in the industry. Preity Zinta was born on the 31st of January 1975 in Shimla, India, a city famous for its green hills to military family. The Indian Army is known as one of the most intellectual and secular sections of the country. Although military families are usually not extremely wealthy, their children have the opportunity to travel all over the country, study in prestigious schools, and live in comfortable and respectable living conditions. This environment played a major role in Preity gaining a multicultural and broad worldview. Many ordinary families in India are hesitant for their daughters to enter the world of acting. This is because the profession is still not easily accepted in traditional Indian society. Coming out on screen, working before marriage, and being in different social circles are some of the concerns of many families. In addition, dark rumors such as couch auditions, which are still talked about in Bollywood, reinforce the fears of families. For this reason, Bollywood actors usually either have the backing of very wealthy families or are the children of families with deep-rooted ties in the industry. Preity Zinta, on the other hand, neither came from a rich film family nor had any ties to the industry. Nevertheless, she had a strong self-confidence that allowed her to step fearlessly into the world of cinema. During her college years, she was discovered by a casting agency and immediately got a chance to star in a commercial. The commercial was a big hit. Especially Preity's dimpled cheeks were etched in the memory of the viewers. The young actress's first movie was a departure from Bollywood's classic sense of elegance. She appeared on screen with her natural curls, dressed in an ordinary pair of jeans and a t-shirt. In one scene of the movie, she nonchalantly asked her fiancé, "Are you a virgin?" revealing her bold and unconventional character. In her second movie, she took on a more ambitious role than the first. Her character was an unwed mother who lost her innocence at a young age. Preity did not fear that such roles could damage her career. She never shied away from any role, thanks to the resilience life had taught her. Because life had tested her at an early age. After a peaceful childhood with her family in Shimla, Preity suffered a tragic loss at the age of 13. Her parents were involved in a terrible car accident in which she lost her father. Her mother was also bedridden for a long time. During this difficult period, Preity and her two brothers learned to stand on their own 2 feet, with no one to lean on for support. This early maturity was reflected in the characters she would later portray. Women who were brave, outsider, independent, and fearlessly pursued their goals. While Bollywood usually portrays innocent, submissive, or self-sacrificing women, Preeti's characters were different. Her women were career-driven, took charge of their own lives, and never backed down. This rebellious yet inspiring attitude soon turned her into a role model for young women in India. Thousands of young girls began to dream of being like Preity. In her private life, she lived according to her own rules, not according to society's expectations. Instead of hiding or idealizing her relationships, she took care to be open and honest. Her first serious relationship was with Mark Robinson, a well-known name in the fashion world. Mark started his career as a model and later as an organizer of events such as Miss India pageants and fashion weeks. He was 10 years older than Preity and their relationship lasted for over a year. But after they parted ways, Preity didn't date for a long time. She was never in a hurry to have someone in her life. In 2005, things changed. She met the famous businessman Neswadia. The age difference between them was only 4 years, and at first glance it was clear that they were compatible. Their relationship became not only romantic but also a professional partnership. Together, they founded a company and bought the Kings 11 Punjab cricket team in the Indian Premier League, IPL. Often seen together in the press, the couple has become India's center of attention as a modern power couple. But this bright picture did not last long. In 2009, the couple's separation took place quietly. Everyone was in shock. Fans were even more shocked when Preity announced shortly after the breakup that she was moving to Boston to study business administration at Harvard University. There were a lot of people thinking, what the hell is going on? Her career had slowed down, but it was certainly not over. Preity lived out of the country for 5 years, devoting herself to education and inner growth. But in 2014, all eyes were once again on her. In June, she made serious accusations against her ex-partner Neswadia, reporting him to the police for physical abuse and defamation. This incident caused a stir in both the tabloid and business circles. When Preity Zinta returned to India after many years, she was no longer just an actress, but also a producer. She started her own production company and stepped back into the world of cinema with the romantic film Love in Paris. Unfortunately, the movie did not achieve the expected success at the box office. But this comeback was a courageous struggle of an almost 40-year-old woman against both the industry and her own past. In Bollywood, actresses' careers usually peak at a young age, with roles becoming fewer and fewer as they get older. But Preity didn't care about this rule. But the comeback was not limited to cinema. During a cricket match, her former partner, Neswadia, allegedly physically assaulted her, causing a media frenzy. This time Preity didn't keep quiet, she went straight to the police. However, the proceedings turned into one of the familiar spectacles of the Indian system. Witnesses either did not see anything at the time of the incident or sided with Ness. Preity was accompanied by only one person, an American guest who was with her at the time of the incident. According to the press, this would be the person who would change her life forever. 2 years later, Preity Zinta made perhaps the most peaceful decision of her life. She married Gene Goodenough, the American who had supported her through difficult times. Gene was a senior executive at an energy company in Los Angeles and had befriended Preity's younger brother. The marriage, which began with a quiet American wedding, was announced at a lavish reception in Bombay. From the outside, Preity's life may have always seemed bright and strong, but the truth is that she lived for many years in a state of psychological and emotional abuse. She had to move away, not only from Bollywood but also from her circle of friends and the city she was used to. But this was not an escape, it was a healing process. In America, with a man who truly understood and loved her, she could finally breathe again. In November 2021, she and Gene officially announced their marriage. Sometime later, the happy couple had twin babies through a surrogate mother, Jai and Jia. Preity has not yet shared the face of her children with the public. However, This is a path followed by many celebrities in India. Priyanka Chopra and Bipasha Basu also didn't show their babies at first and later shared adorable shots. Preity is likely to follow the same path when the time comes. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and like the video. See you in the next video.